Boys, I missed the quadruple chat. Oh my God. So good.
We're here.
It feels like a long time ago that I had the hopes and dreams of Liverpool winning a quadruple.
Oh, that's all over.
It's long in the past.
It's well in the past, mate.
It's well in the past.
Well, welcome back to Draft Boys, FPL Draft Podcast. As always, joined by Marley G, Hito, and myself, Whitey. Boys, how are we doing?
You.
Yeah.
I'm happy I had a really good fantasy week this week.
Did you?
I'm happy I had a better one than the week before. And I'm happy to be here.
I'm excited I get to go last on our point chat this week.
Oh, yeah. You had a big week. Could have been bigger.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, wait, I was going to ask how big it was, but I think we'll wait for
We'll
that.
save that.
How many points did you get, Milos?
I got 39.
Oh, you beat me. I'm last.
Oh, the honours all yours then.
I hate this honor. Okay, so this is probably my first time going first this season. I got 35 points. Now I'm going to go through every player. Pope with 2. No, okay. Diaz got me a cleanie, finally. Foden got me goal assist, 11 points. Haaland never stops, but he slowed down a little.
He did.
6 points, no bonus.
Yeah.
Or did he get bonus? No, 6
No,
points.
six.
No
Yeah.
bonus. So yeah, bit of a slow week, but heads up. Lloris on the bench with 10 points.
Oh.
That's brutal.
That did
You
something.
gotta stop playing Pope.
Dude, Pope was on fire. He's like the best keeper in the
I
league.
know, not at the moment though.
And who were Tottenham playing?
Was
it a
Tottenham
1-0, was it?
played Brighton?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fair call.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'll go next. I got 39 points. I had a goal from Kai Havertz. First
Yeah.
goal of the season.
Was it his first goal of the season?
I think in the Prem.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so, yeah.
I think he got one a few weeks ago, mate.
I thought
Did
he
he?
did. I'm going to
Maybe
look
it's
it
just
up.
been so quiet.
I'm looking it
It
up.
was a great looping header. Got my
It was nice.
got my tushy off the couch for that one.
Yeah, he came off the bench 2 weeks ago
Did he?
and got a goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just been
Oh,
a busy
Hito,
period
you're
for me
too
as well.
Quick for me, dude.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then Cancelo, my boy.
Yeah.
Dude,
18
finally.
points.
Huge.
Crazy game from him.
And he got all the BPS. Remember he
yeah.
was such a BPS lord.
yeah.
And he finally
'Cause what a
came through and
lord.
got it all.
Why do you
Yeah, I
get
love
goal,
that.
assist, cleanie? It's the 3.
Yeah.
You love
BPS.
seeing 1-1-1 when you look at your players' points.
Stop it. I'm going hard.
That table's beautiful.
Hito.
1-1-1. Yeah, that's what I saw a lot
Just-
of
just
this week.
random.
1-1-1-1-1.
Depends what part of the website you're looking at.
Actually,
But
I saw a lot of 2s, to be fair.
people out there will know what they're talking about.
Hito, let us have it.
I'll jump in. 62 points.
Wow.
Biggest week this season for me.
Now, how much did you climb the table in fantasy?
I
Two
climbed
Went nowhere.
one position.
One position.
One position.
Who'd you take?
I took Bobby.
Bobby. Bend him
Flew
over.
past him by 20 points.
Wow.
Flew.
10 shy of fourth place. So
Who is that?
Stace.
Oh, vulnerable.
I know. So yeah, if my bench helped this week, I would have done that by having Mahrez and Koulibaly on my bench. Mahrez was an intentional bench because I'd been fucked off having 1-1-1-1-1.
Yeah.
The bad 1-1-1-1.
Yeah.
But Koulibaly was actually an accidental lineup save.
Oh.
I was
How
meant
did
to
that
play
happen?
him instead of Saliba because I thought if Koulibaly doesn't play, he'll just come off.
Exactly.
And I preferred his fixture, but I mustn't have saved it properly. So I
Oh.
was fucking annoyed.
I'm happy about that, to be fair.
Yeah. But then the rest of my team, big shout out to Saka finally getting a big haul this season. He's been a bit slow. Anthony and my new boy Skamaka with 9 points.
I fucking hate you guys. I was trying to drop Watkins this week, and I'm top of the table, obviously, and I'm sitting up there on my lofty perch, and I'm like, look, there are 3 strikers worth picking up this week. It was Welbs, Martial, and Skamaka. To be fair, actually, we talked about a lot of strikers last week, but I didn't reveal my favorite. My favorite was Skamaka. I wanted him overall. And anyway, so I put all 3 of those guys in. So I put 3 fucking strikers in last week to try and get rid of Watkins. Couldn't get rid of him. You guys went boom, boom. And then I think my brother got Martial. I was like, fuck.
I had Martial as my first option and Tim went him. So I'm happy that it played out
Dude,
that way.
it
'Cause I
went
couldn't
well.
decide. I couldn't decide which one to favour.
I just thought that Martial still had a little bit of risk over him,
And that came-
look at that straight
that
away.
happened, yeah.
Injured.
Made of glass, that guy.
Made of glass.
Yeah.
Well, I think Hito spent double as much time as I normally spend on my
But
points.
it's fair enough because he doesn't get the time.
Yeah,
a lot.
true.
Yeah.
So continue. Is there anything else?
Oh, there's a lot of other points I could talk about. But, Anthony, 3 and 3.
Yeah,
all
three
I
and three.
dude, that's a great start.
Yeah.
It is a great start.
That's a great start. That's not, well, it is a Hullen start, kind of.
Oh, no, nothing's a Hullen start besides Ronnie. In
It'd be 3 and 1 if it was a
2007
Hullen
or
start.
something.
Yeah. All right, boys. So let's move on to Snack Chat, our favorite segment. This week's a little different. I've got quite a nice little beverage here. I'll just pour
Oh,
some for you guys. I've got,
what is this?
It's a Glenlivet, 12 years of age, single malt Scotch whiskey, aged 12 years. And it's special for a reason because I want to raise a toast to Miles's dad, big Watford fan, big friend of the podcast. And yeah, we lost him this week and we're going to miss him sorely.
Yeah.
To G.
To G.
And now to officially saying Watford is our second team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Watford is our
Our
second
second
team.
team.
Good
And,
one.
Yeah, thanks to all the fans that have, reached out and, sent their condolences. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys.
To G.
Cheers.
Mm. Yeah. He
Oh,
would've liked
Hito's
that.
face really tells.
I got through it, guys. I got through
Now,
it.
hang on 1 second. I'll be back with the rest of my.
Oh, okay.
But wait, there's more.
wonder why
might
is-
have a remedy for Hito.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I wonder why he has to run away.
I don't know.
This is the most secretive snack chat we've ever had where someone hasn't brought it into the room to reveal on
It
the
better be
spot.
good, otherwise the fans are going to be like, "This is so lame."
Look,
All right, he's walking back with
Oh.
Oreo ice creams
and some ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
Oh,
Ginger
my
ale,
savior.
Hito. Would you like a
My
bit of
savior.
ginger ale?
I
in
would
there?
love some.
I
Thank
thought
you very
you might.
much.
Milo, I'm assuming you're probably good.
I'm good, but
Yeah, I normally don't do this to Glenlivet. That's for fucking sure.
I'm sweet
You
enough.
pour it, you
but
pour it.
Hito's a bit bitter sometimes.
He is a bit of bastard. Oh my god, he's just got a new computer and he's pouring ginger ale right over it. He's a psychopath.
Look,
Here's a lid. Here's a lid.
Okay.
Keep that next to you. You might need to top it up. Okay, and here we go. Oreo ice creams.
ooh.
Nice.
But they're kind of like a cookie sandwich vibe.
Yeah.
So they're like a Maxi Bonish,
Yeah.
but not. They're only the cookie element.
And for our international viewers, I don't know if they would have known what a Maxi Bon is. I think it's a very Australian ice cream. So
I thought we did a Maxi Bon.
we did, didn't we?
I thought we did.
2 years
Bons are
ago.
the shit.
It was a while ago. What?
Yeah.
They are the shit.
Oh, I thought you said they're shit.
No, they're the shit.
I was about to fight you.
Is it cookie first?
I would fight
or
me too.
What do you do?
I hold the cookie. For
I hold
sure.
the
Do cookie last.
Cookie
You have
last
to
for
eat
me
the cookie
too.
Boys,
last.
boys. Okay, come on. We got to talk about the snack at hand.
You got to be a fucking psychopath to do.
Oh, it's the best
Cookie
part.
first,
As much as I love the chocolate covered, Magnum
Okay.
style,
As I pull it out of the bag, I have what is basically a very large Oreo.
it's massive.
I'm very
Ice
excited.
cream.
I like the ratio. It looks nice.
Oh my god, man! I haven't had one of these before.
Me neither. I saw it and I had to have it. You know those little specialty food stores? They're just like completely random
Yeah,
stuff in there, like American foods and random stuff.
yeah.
This is where I got it.
Wow.
Tasty.
All right, let's hear a rating. Hito?
All right, I'll give you the ice cream an 8.3.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8.5. Imagine if this was at the bottom of a Maxi Bon. Because sometimes they're a bit stale.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So good. This gets better as I go.
Yeah.
And then your whiskey, I'm going to give you, with the ginger ale, 7.9. Without the ginger ale, 5.
Okay. I'm
Fuck
just
up.
going to give you 10 out of 10 because it's a toast to my dad, and anything that's a toast to my dad right now is just 10 out of 10 for me. So,
Thanks, boys.
That's
Well,
what it
cheers.
yeah.
Okay. Now let's have some fun.
Beautiful.
There'll be a lot of there'll be a lot of
gone.
there'll be a lot of munching here. We can't really just like sit on an ice cream, can we? So
No, we'll take turns.
we'll take turns talking.
Okay, let's get into it. Now, we're going to talk about our top 5 games for this week. I believe it is still 5. We've got top 5 teams. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Arsenal versus Liverpool is the first one we're going to talk about.
Yeah, boys.
What a fucking game.
It was lively.
It was like the way
Lively.
it played out.
Yeah.
The way it played out was like, Arsenal goal, Liverpool goal, Arsenal goal. It was a perfect. And then, well, it wasn't perfect for everyone.
No.
but it was perfect for
It was
anyone
perfect
that
for-
didn't have skin in the game or, was an Arsenal.
So let's talk about Arsenal first.
Yeah.
Martinelli, wow. Straight off the
Dude.
mark. He
He's
scored
on
after like 5 minutes.
Fire,
wasn't
man.
He is on fire.
He looks electric.
he? Yeah.
And he's like, I mean, I know we're not talking about budget, but shit. In budget, he's like so cheap for the amount of goals he's scoring. It's
We don't
crazy.
talk about budget.
I know, but like crazy.
But Saka, finally come
And my boy.
justifying your first draft pick completely.
He's put himself like in the top, I think, 10 fantasy players now,
Wow.
total points wise. So it shows you how easily it is to kind of
'Cause he's
jump
been-
up the rankings.
Semi-consistent with contributions, but this is his big first haul.
Yeah, big first haul for sure. He's now on 3 goals, 5 assists. So yeah, he was 1 goal and 5 assists so far this season, which is all right. But yeah, he hasn't had that. He's had obviously 9 as his biggest point before that, but a few assists just ticking up the 5. Pen helps, obviously. But yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, he's building momentum without a doubt.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what happened last season too. And he scored a pretty decent haul.
Yeah, I like to see him. He was a lot more involved, which was really nice because it's been a bit tricky. There's a lot of chat about how losing Tomiyasu as the right back has really impacted his involvement this season. But I think it's also partly due to like just Martinelli being fucking fire. But one thing I do have to say, what about fucking Odegaard's little
Slip through.
assist?
Oh, jeez, boys. He's on fire
He was
as
like,
well.
Liverpool were just swarming him before he played that.
Yeah.
Got the ball away and yeah,
Fuck,
clean.
he looks so good. I think the thing is, like, he was a prodigy, went to Real Madrid, maybe didn't get the amount of games needed to kind of keep him going on that path, and then kind of ended up at Arsenal. And, like, you saw flashes of brilliance, but you really knew he must be capable of something for everyone to, be talking about him at that level. Just whether he was going to turn that into something. It just feels like that we're seeing a little bit
Could
of
be
what
happening,
it could be.
yeah. The thing for me that's really it was worrying because he hadn't done anything since game week 4 up until now, blank points. So I was starting to get a little bit worried.
But he has looked good.
He has looked good, but just for playing in the 10,
But there was an injury, wasn't there?
he only missed one
Oh, no,
game.
Yeah, and then he was
So
meant to be injured.
it was 3 games with no returns, which was a little bit worrying for a team that's scoring a lot.
And to have a midfielder that's playing in that Arsenal team, which is, a creative asset, you got to be happy if you're an Odegaard owner right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy.
It's coming. I feel like Odegaard owners are going to have a really good 10 weeks.
I think so too. There's no denying that.
So
All
the
right,
last
what else?
assist was Jesus.
Yeah.
But obviously we know that he's just pretty, GOAT this season. So let's talk about Liverpool.
Bobby
Bobby again.
off the bench and in the goals.
Yeah.
Great ball from Jota through to him. I think
Yeah,
defense
it
could have been a
was.
little bit better, but it was a great ball through.
It
Just
was.
run us through the starting lineup for that game.
So Liverpool's playing a 4-2-3-1. We've kind of switched it up a little bit now. So having Henderson and Thiago sit in the pivots, and then having Jota behind Darwin, Diaz on the left, Salah on the right, and then Diaz went off injured, so Jota moved out to the left wing,
yeah.
and Firmino came in to the team.
Oh, okay. And then Firmino was playing where though?
In the 10.
In the 10.
Yeah, behind
I actually see
behind
that
Darwin.
as not a bad position for him.
He's so
Yeah.
creative.
He's a good ball player.
People have spoken about it for a long time, wanting him to play that. So we're really making the most of all our attacking players there. But
Well, you have to.
the worry, though, is Diaz apparently is out till potentially the World Cup.
Yeah.
I heard that.
So that's
till
a big
next year.
concern.
Massive
But the
concern
good
for
thing
him,
is, though, that we can maybe continue playing this formation. We're using all our attackers, which is not amazing. But with the number 10 position, it allows for players like Carvalho and Harvey Elliott to come into a position that they're really favoured for, to give us that rotation.
Yeah, okay.
So I think it can actually still work. So people who own Jota, Darwin, Firmino, Salah, I think we're probably going to play that formation.
Now that you've mentioned him, I think that we could have a brief conversation. Salah owners, to me, I'm a Salah owner this year, and I feel that that formation actually leaves him out. I thought that he was out there left alone, and I didn't really think that that suited him, especially for FPL. Maybe for Liverpool as a team,
Yeah.
FPL, I'm concerned about him.
So
I will be
what's
too.
your thoughts on him right now? Like, is he giving enough to the team? I mean, this is completely not a FPL conversation. I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's a hard one. Like this game against Liverpool, he didn't really have the best. Not fucking hell against Arsenal. He didn't have the best game.
He didn't.
Wasn't that involved? I don't think he even had a shot from memory.
No.
So yeah, and then he got subbed off as well, and people are whinging that we took off our best player when we we're trying to, we're losing, but he didn't look that great anyway. So it's definitely a bit of a worry.
Okay. Trent off injured. How bad
Yeah.
is it?
Not sure. It doesn't look too bad, but there's also a bit of chat about like, was he actually injured?
Yeah,
Was
was
it
it
a
just
good excuse to
butthurt?
get him off?
It was just butt.
So yeah,
That's not an injury. Just butthurt.
yeah, he got ripped by Martinelli. So not the best game for him to play.
He has been, but that's back to back.
Yeah, but then he scored in the Champions League. Like,
I know.
so against the shit
cracker.
teams in the Prem, I think we'll be an okay team. But I think I'm really worried against City this week.
Okay, we should move on. I did want to ask one more question.
Go for it,
Can you even make the top 4 anymore?
mate. That's the
That
challenge
one
this
was for
season
you,
now.
Marlo.
That's the challenge now, boys.
All right. Chelsea's in here this week. We don't get much of Chelsea this
No,
year.
it's the first time in a while that we've had him as our feature team.
I think we could talk about him for at least half an hour.
Let's just
10 minutes per goal.
let's spend 5 minutes.
I'll give you 6.
Look, the boys look good. I
There-
think
there's
Potter's
a bit more
actually
consistency.
working a little bit of, bit of Harry Potter magic. if you
Harry Potter. Well, Wingardium Leviosa, us all the way up to the top of the table, baby.
will. The chosen one.
The chosen
Well, he's making people disappear in and out of your starting lineup. So talk to me about it.
Oh my god!
So much
It's like pep
rotation.
roulette. It's crazy.
Yeah.
To be honest, he is adapting a fair bit to some injuries.
No Alba,
But-
no James.
Yeah, but that
Yeah,
was
I know.
3 games in a week, and that's why he rested Orba. Orba had been given to us with a little bit of a injury.
Yep.
Not bad. So that
Facial.
was, that was more of like a,
He got robbed.
yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what happened.
And we've got a lot of games, and look, we got a deep squad. A deep squad.
Makes it really hard for fantasy though.
It does.
But speaking of that deep squad, Pulisic was
Deep
a
squad
start.
or deep squad?
Pulich with a start and a great goal.
And Conor Gallagher too. I think that what you're seeing here is that Potter's going to play like in-form players, and I know we're rotating because there's a lot of fixtures on, and he's probably preparing for AC Milan again tomorrow. But like he's going to give chances to those guys, and I think that like if you can try and pick the weeks that you think they might play those players, then you're in with a chance at a starting player that might score a goal, like Pulisic did in this week.
We'll probably learn a lot more when you don't have the multiple fixtures
yeah.
to see who's his preferred and favorite lineup.
Yeah.
But yeah, so much rotation. And yeah, if you could pick it right and think, okay, Bully's going to start this week. Let me try a 1 week punt. Or, someone like Broya.
Yeah,
Who came on and scored.
A really interesting one. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago we had a conversation about the? Actually, it was during one of the fan podcasts, and they were asking us, who are our best rotation players amongst the squad. I think
yeah.
Draft Boy sent the question in, and I actually brought up the question of Havertz and Broha, that they actually might be they're replacing each other.
Yep.
But then obviously Aubameyang's come in, and
I just don't think Aubameyang's going to play every game. Like Aubameyang's older now. I'm not denying that he's not still maybe a good finisher, but I just don't think that it's going to be done for Havertz and Broja. Like even
Neither.
after seeing that from Broja, I'm like, well, maybe after this AC Milan game where probably Aubameyang plays, there's a chance that he might play.
and what a
Broja.
finish!
Oh, so nice.
Bottom bins.
Bottom bins. I never heard of bottom bins.
Bottom bins.
Bottom bins. Yeah, I
Um,
like that.
Absolutely
The trash can,
drilled.
or what do we call that?
Yeah.
Still the
Mate, he destroyed the trash can.
He destroyed it.
Like,
No, that was nice from him. And I think we were expecting that. He comes on the pitch. He looks very positive.
lively.
Yeah, I think it's... I'm actually excited about him.
Don't know if he's a pickup, personally.
I know. I want him to be though.
Me
I
too.
actually think he should be
Really
starting.
deep leagues.
Really deep
Like
league,
12-man
maybe,
leagues?
But let's just say one to watch right
Yeah.
now.
Notice that Miles was pumping his arms up and down to say one to watch, like, but it was like a slow down.
It was like a Drogba
It
celebration.
was. That was a great way,
Yeah.
but slower. But
Yeah.
slower. It was like
Yeah,
a
it was
pump
a
the
warm-up.
brakes.
But yeah, I think any injury that comes up in that front, 2 or 3 people for Chelsea, you could maybe have a punt with Braha.
Okay, I got a question.
Mm.
Are you picking up Pulisic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm picking up anyone who I think might come into form like
Yeah.
that.
Baby.
You got to in draft.
It's Captain America.
It's
Well,
Captain
boys,
America.
He perfectly gets slotted into a lot of the names we've got on the list to talk about in a little bit. So
Let's
Yeah.
chat
let's
about that
compare him
later.
to some of
Let's
those
move
boys.
to our next team.
I like
which
it.
is,
We'll move on so we can get to that.
We're going to briefly talk about Newcastle, even though we've been in, Newcastle chats for a few weeks. Hito, talk to us.
Well, we had some familiar faces as well as some new faces scoring this week.
We have.
So we had Bruno Guimaraes racking up 2 goals,
Mm-hmm.
Murphy with a goal, and
Yeah.
up old boy Almiron.
Almiron,
Yeah,
someone that I shouted out game week 2,
Yeah.
I believe.
yeah.
I was a little bit ahead
Look,
of the curve.
yeah, the pump the brakes.
Is he in your team though?
Well,
I'm surprised no one picked him up this week,
I
to be
know.
honest, from our league.
me too.
I thought he would be picked up for sure.
I went a
wanted to
different
drop
direction.
ASM.
I thought you were going to.
Yeah. I
went
wanted to drop
different
ASM, but it was really hard for me to
Yeah.
do that. I want to see what happens with him, and he's come back. He came off the bench this week, so hopefully we see a bit more of him in the future. But
Newcastle scoring a lot of goals. That's 9 goals in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
A lot of it was Brentford's fault, I think.
Yeah.
I think they were at fault for pretty much every goal, but still, it's goals.
It is goals, and that positivity is going to continue. I mean, Hito, while we're talking here, can you have a look at their fixtures?
Ready to go, baby.
Fuck, he's good. All right, talk to me.
So we've got United next. That's
perfect.
going to be an interesting
That will be interesting.
game, I think.
yeah,
And then they got Everton.
wow,
A
interesting.
little bit harder after that with Tottenham because they're just a bit of a tough cookie to crack. But then it goes Villa, Southampton.
Oreo reference.
You know me, baby.
Um,
But Villa, Southampton. So I think the next 4 or 5 are pretty strong.
Yeah, okay.
Anyone with attacking credentials in Newcastle, I feel if they're available in your league, take a punt on them because you don't have much time to pick them up before they're all gone.
Well, we're definitely going to be chatting about Bruno later in our comparison too. So
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the other thing is, Murphy obviously got a goal this game. Nothing else this season. Is he worth talking about? Probably.
he pops up with like 1 or 2 goals. He
Yeah.
really wants me to love him and pick him up, but he just doesn't bring it through. So
Yeah.
and I think ASM probably steals his
Yeah.
starting role when
That's
he's
a good
back.
shout.
We can only hope.
So we're going to wait to talk about Guimaraes? Or
Yeah.
can we talk about his goals now?
We can talk about his goals now. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them was beautiful.
Which one was that?
The
Just remembering
outside the
again.
box.
Yeah.
Long range.
Yeah, for his second goal, like he managed to get forward and get a decent. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I was reading the wrong note. But last season, he managed to get forward, get a decent point haul, and I guess the question I'm asking is, can he do it again? Now, we'll save that for a later chat, but pretty good goals.
Yeah.
goals,
The
yeah.
second header was quite slow and soft. It wasn't, and he even
That
made
was
a-
his first goal.
He even made a comment about that he doesn't score many headers.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But for me, like he's getting forward.
and he's looked
That's
good.
why he's worth talking
looked
about
good
later,
even
I
last season too. So yeah, I like his name, and I think we got.
I like his name.
I like his name.
Guimaraes.
It's a good name.
It's a good name.
I like his name.
Sorry.
I might like
He
it that much that I want it in
passes,
my team.
Does he pass the tongue test?
Yeah, pass the
Is that
tongue
what
test.
we're calling
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. I just like all those squiggly, lines above the A. But we also got to shout out Trips,
Trips.
an assist.
Ever so
Probably the
kissing.
only good defensive asset for Newcastle at the moment.
Whoa. Shah is great.
And
He got me a clean sheet last week.
And Pope, obviously, he has been consistent besides this game
And last game.
and last game.
Oh no, last game he got a cleanie.
Yeah.
What am I on about? What's it?
Yeah, that's because he came off. That's because he came off before the clean sheet.
You're such a dog.
Boys,
They've only got
I don't want to fight you, but I will.
we always talk about Newcastle. I feel like we've got to give this next team a little bit of time because they haven't made our feature team all season when last year they were in our features quite a lot. West
They were
Ham.
in every week, weren't they?
Skamaka.
Skamaka.
Skamaka. Now that's a good
Quite
name.
a finish.
That's a great name. Skamaka.
Yeah.
What's his first name?
I actually have no idea.
Steve.
Steve.
Skamaka.
Steven Skamaka.
I will admit as well, I was holding back on that information
Gianluca.
in the pod, which we try not to do.
Yeah,
But when you're potting with two of your competitors, sometimes you have to hold back a bit of information.
I wasn't necessarily holding back. I just wasn't picking my favorite
Yeah.
in those three. So, but Skamaka, it's hard to admit now that he could be the missing piece to what they've been struggling to find.
For sure. Great finish.
Yeah, it was funny. He didn't celebrate.
We thought he was offside.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I thought he'd fucked up too because the ball bounced and landed behind him.
Yeah.
And I was so thrown off by how he had so much time to rectify that and
How
then
was
score.
he so far? Yeah, that was weird.
But he scored a good goal in Europe as well in the week. So
I know. He's a man
racking
of
up some form. And sharing all three bones as well with all three players. Paqueta, Antonio, and him.
They all got
bones.
three.
3 bones.
Did Paqueta get the assists or
Yeah.
he got 2 assists?
He got to
What? They all got 3 bonus.
yeah, they got bones.
Oh. But they didn't all get
he got 1 assist, but he got 3 bones,
Wow.
and so did Antonio.
Crazy. And
Yeah.
Bowen owners, second goal in 2 games.
Yep. A pen. Did he score a pen last? No, he actually scored from open play last week.
Yeah.
So look, that's some momentum that could turn into something hot.
And they got Southampton this week. So perfect.
And we almost told people to drop Bowen not that long ago. I mean, look, I think it's unlikely, but
No, I
He was
think
in
we
our
were
hold.
saying if you can get some value,
yeah.
take it. But I'm glad that not too many of the fans reaching out to us took that advice.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Or the ones that did do it didn't
Yeah.
reach out.
And that Antonio goal at the end there.
Oh
What a
my-
clusterfuck of
Jesus
defending from
Christ.
Fulham.
Yeah.
That was the worst defending I think I've ever seen for a goal.
Shocking.
And his first shot was like classic Antonio. It was like shit straight at the
Don't
keeper.
say shit like that. Harry Maguire plays in the league. Have you seen that stuff where they go, Harry Maguire? and they like point him out with his stupid mistakes.
So
Have you
good.
seen it?
I love that.
Oh my god, Harry Maguire! And
Whose
he's like,
voice is it?
mine. It's my meme. I came up with it. I'm claiming it right here on the pod.
And did you guys see the meme with Harry's face on with Trent's hair? So Trent this season.
Oh,
Just Harry's
yeah.
How
face.
weird
Yeah,
does a
yeah.
white man look with Trent's hair?
I know. It looks like
It looks really
It was weird. It was actually disturbing. Okay, stop, drop, and hold. Let's
Ooh,
go.
We're into it.
Look, there's a plenty to get into this week.
We got names galore for the listeners.
It
this
was an
week.
interesting week.
Hito, can you just remind us what stop, drop, and hold is for the new listeners?
I can stop
And for me.
and you. Yeah, because you didn't fill anything out this fucking week. Okay.
Fuck you.
So stop is stop sleeping on these players or these
Yes.
bitches, as I like to say.
Yeah, we did say.
Stop sleep. So these people have like kind of tipped past showing enough form for a pickup, and we're now like, what are you doing?
Pick them up.
Pull the trigger. Drop. Pretty straightforward. Get them the fuck out of your team.
Yeah.
Hold. A little bit concerning. You might want to have that itchy trigger finger and get rid of them, but we think you should wait a little bit longer.
Cool.
Let's
get
do it.
into it. So who's
Stop.
in our stop list?
There's a few obvious ones here because we've had them in our team or this list for a few weeks.
But that's the point.
But they've floated in and out. So Almiron is our first one. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop sleeping on him. Next one is Daka.
Yeah.
Stop sleeping on him.
If
He
you've
keeps-
been listening to this pod,
Yeah.
you know that we're all about Dakar here.
And
Yeah.
you can see why we have to keep this in here because he didn't start the game before.
Yeah.
So he's kind of flip-flopping out of the team, but he's gone goal both times he's started.
Yeah, look.
So that's why we keep reiterating, pick up Daka.
Dakar.
Okay, move on. Kepa.
Yeah.
And that's a good one. Because, like, for me, I'm just like, oh, Kepa, he's trash. And I'm a Chelsea fan. And I mean,
I'm surprised you remember who he is.
oh, how could I forget?
I'm surprised he's still there.
Most expensive
mean,
goalkeeper of all time.
I think what happened was he started playing again, and then he was just like, I ain't coming off the pitch. Like he did last time. He's like, no,
that's why he keeps starting.
no, sorry, Potts, I'm staying on.
He just
I'm
sleeps
on.
in goal. Like,
Yeah.
He's just like,
He's like, sorry.
He sees Potter come into the change room and start trying to rub his name out of the team.
Yeah.
And he says, "Don't you fucking do that."
Yeah.
He's just like, no,
I'm not leaving.
I went over him permanent.
Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Potter's just like too lazy. He hasn't figured out the like fucking rub it out. He's like, oh,
But look,
permanent.
as a massive Kepa hater, like I don't hate a lot of football players, but what he did to Sari, I fucking hate
Yeah.
him for.
Yeah.
But he has been playing pretty well.
And he's played every game, I
Yeah.
think, since
But Mendy
Potter's come in.
This
had
is
a bit
only
of a
the first
niggle.
one. This is only the first game where he was picked over Mendy. Or because, well,
Was he
Mendy's
injured?
fit. Yeah,
Mendy has been injured.
Yeah.
So it will become a question, no doubt, in the next 2 games, I think, of
Yeah.
who's going to start. Because Mendy, probably a little bit of match fitness. You know, Potter's still figuring him out. He's not seeing him. So at this point, I think, like, yes, Kepa, you know, pounce on him now, but be prepared for the
As
fact
your
that whoever
second,
you drop,
second keeper.
you know, just be prepared that he might not keep going.
Yeah.
But I think that's fine with your second keeper. Like, there's
Yeah.
people out there, like, there's not many teams keeping clean sheets. Like, you might have a Fulham keeper, you might have Raya. You know, there's people there that you could just take a punt as your second keeper to drop, and you're stopping someone else potentially getting the first
points.
keeper for Chelsea.
I love blocking pickups.
And that's what I did. I picked him up a couple of weeks ago because I heard that he might play
Yeah, and-
because of his ball playing skills versus Mendy. Took a punt, and now I know I'm holding him instead of someone else.
That's perfect because you're always going to play Edison,
Yeah.
which you have. And yeah, someone else not getting it.
Yeah.
Our next one is Skamaka. We've already
Yeah,
mentioned
3 and 3, even though it's 2 and 2 in the Prem. But it's like, if
One in
some
Europa.
reason in those smaller leagues like ours, probably not the big leagues, smaller leagues,
Whoa.
that's
We're in the big leagues, mate.
big
Don't
leagues.
put us down. Welcome to the big leagues.
The big leagues.
Actually, we've been drafted to one of the big leagues
do you mean?
from Viren, actually.
Really?
Next year, you know how they've got the relegation people and new teams come in?
Oh, really?
He's saying that he wants a draft boys team in there.
Literally.
Oh.
Whoa.
So we're
but
going
the power of 3, is he insane?
I know, I said,
Do we have to fight to the
we
death
don't want
for
to come
this?
in and embarrass your league, you know?
Mind you, like they'll know all of our moves.
Yeah.
We'll be like potting about it every week, and they're like, "These idiots." We're rinsing them, and they paid $100 entry fee.
But
We're using their advice.
they
against them.
don't play the website. They play that other game, Fan Track.
Oh, fan tracks.
So I think it'll be fun for us to get our first taste of it. And we'll probably get rinsed.
I've been
because,
curious about fan
Yeah.
tracks.
So I think next season we're gonna kind of keep you guys up to date with, you know, how our team goes in Viren's league and let you know what Fan Tracks is all about.
Can someone? I want to know about fan tracks now. Next episode, we're going to do a deep dive on fan tracks.
Let's do it because we need to get ready.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want to embarrass ourselves.
Yeah, I know. And also, we
We'll
can
make
give
it
some-
very clear when we sign up where we don't pod or play fan tracks.
Yeah. No
us.
excuses. Fuck that.
Fuck that?
We're gonna
Okay.
fucking take this
Okay,
league
let's
out.
go.
boys. Drop. Let me start. Watkins.
How do people still own him?
I tried to get rid of him. He's a fucking mole.
And Coutinho.
I
like-
can see how this fixture against Forest might have been
That was the last
enticing you to
thing.
keep him in.
And even then, I tried to get rid of him the week before he didn't go. I've tried to get rid of him 3 weeks
You
now.
obviously haven't tried hard enough.
Well, okay.
There's plenty of people out there.
Well, this week there is. Look, yeah, Watkins, he's a drop. He's a drop.
Villa just, don't look amazing.
They don't.
Full stop.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Nah, yeah, I agree.
Let's move on to the next one that I dropped last week, which
Yeah.
is the man, the myth, the legend, Mbembo.
Sing the song.
Don't forget about Mbembo.
Yeah. Now, how's that going for you? You dropped him.
Put him
I
in
dropped
your waiver.
Yeah.
Put him in your waiver.
But he-
Da-na-na-na.
He actually finished well.
Yeah,
I know
so
the goal was, what was it, offside?
It was
or just allowed?
offside.
Yeah.
Thank God, because I couldn't deal with any more bad news that weekend.
I know.
And yeah.
Is he a drop?
I think he still
I
is.
think-
He's just been so inconsistent.
I think with the options out there now that we're throwing out with forward names, you just got to drop people who haven't got the form and wait for it to come back, maybe.
And I dropped him from Welbs, and I feel like, for that type of range of team, Brentford and Brighton, I think that Brighton have more goals in him, and Welbs is playing like most of the minutes, like
Yeah.
pretty much all of them.
And he's playing well.
He's playing well. He hasn't really scored goals, but assist wise, he's been getting in there. So
Yeah.
I feel like he's just like a bubble that's waiting to go.
Okay, good bopping sounds. Hito, our next one here. It's a lot of Liverpool defensive
I
players.
know. I've hated on Liverpool defense, and I made the right call last week, boys, didn't I? I said take him out of your starting lineup. And what they do? Fucking shit all.
I can't believe I fucking drafted one
Yeah.
early. I'm so annoyed about it. I never get
Ah,
Liverpool
dude,
players.
I'm
and here
annoyed
I am,
too.
and I've got to shh.
I know. Not
So
too.
obviously we can't drop VVD, Trent, and Robbo.
Yeah.
But what about the other
I
three?
think if you're holding Matip or Gomez or Konate, which is less likely, but most likely Matip, I think there's other better defenders out there right now.
and
than-
Samarxis.
Yeah.
Smart.
Samarks.
Or people also know him as Simicast, but whatever you want to do,
Samarxis.
that's
I
fine.
like
He's now the doppelganger of Darwin Nunez because he's tied his hair up in a little bun.
He has, hasn't he? And they're both Greek.
They got
aren't they?
tats.
Is
They're
Nunes
fucking-
Greek? No, he's Spanish.
No.
He is from Argentina.
Sorry.
But similar
Yeah.
vibes. But I just think like there's better defenders out there. I would want to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Next one on my list that I
No,
put
no,
on there.
no. I want to talk about this.
Okay, you go.
Fuck this guy. Harrison.
the man bun man himself.
He lured me in
king of the
with
men.
a couple of little girls. And then next minute,
Yeah, he doesn't look
he
great.
fucked me. He doesn't look great.
Hasn't
Nothing's
done
happened.
anything since game week 3.
Oh, and I've held on to him way too
Came
long.
in super hot, 6, 4, then 14 points, and it's been 2s, 1s, and 1 3.
But again, he had a good fixture this week. Yeah, they had such a good fixture run. It was so hard to drop him in that run. Like, it was like, he must do something. You know, when you're sitting there, it's like, this guy's got to do something in this fixture run. Like, I'm hanging on to him. Fuck, I regret that shit. Anyway, Harrison.
especially
drop.
with Arsenal next week.
Definitely a drop, which also moves on to our next person who started pretty well from memory is JWP. I think he did
Yeah, had a
start with-
goal first week.
Mm.
And we've spoken about how he needs to be a player that you just hold and play every week and you'll get your 10 goals a season. But I think we just have to do a bit of reflection, boys, and reconsider that statement now. It's been, 9 game weeks with 1 assist since the goal.
And he's an end of season player. I feel like
Yeah.
towards the end of the season, once he's got his iron, it's like a golfer.
You know what's going to fucking happen?
What?
This is what always happens when we do this. We say, it's time to drop JWP. And then everyone's like, drops him. And then next minute, he fucking scores next week. And then, goes on a tear off and on for ages, making you drop him, pick him, and a million times he's out of everyone's teams. And then all of a sudden, he's got 160 points.
Well,
You should have played him every week.
let's reverse it. We're saying drop JWP, but to our fans, pick him up when people drop him.
Yeah.
And jump on that train.
And don't ever stop playing him.
And don't blame us for,
Bad advice. Yeah, disclaimer. Let's
move on to
Peter
Hold.
Whitey Incorporated.
Yeah, let's move on to hold.
I think this is the hardest section.
It is very hard. We've got 3 names in there. Some that are owned by mostly Milo. You own 2 of these 3 names.
I only own one. I
And
only
Rodrigo?
own Rodrigo.
Oh, you don't own Perisic anymore.
I do own Perisic. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I
There you go.
feel like I'm dyslexic. I thought it was Pulisic.
You glanced it. It's
So
close.
yeah. Okay, so Perisic, I feel that I don't mind just because he's a defender. I
Yep.
think that playing him in that spot, it's fine because I think he's going to get the attacking credentials later in the season. And if you want to just put him on your bench, I think it's a good bench option. So for me, it's a hold. Rodrigo's a hold because he's just come back first week from that niggle that he had in his arm, and I want to see if he can rebirth that fire.
He's kind
that
of
he
the
had.
one asset at Leeds right now that you'd be happy to hold on to
Yeah, I think so.
until you see some form, just because he did have the
That
best
crazy
form.
But I'll be
What about Sinistera? He's
interesting.
got that
one.
red card, and like he looked so good in the 2 games at him, and then he got a red,
Yeah,
and I've still got him.
and even Aronson in this game against Palace looked fairly decent.
Yeah,
personally.
they were like calling him.
So he's back next week, Sinistera, from the suspension.
See, that's what I just want
But
to see
against
what
Arsenal.
happens.
So yeah, you got to hold through Arsenal to then see how he goes against Leicester and Fulham.
That red card was such.
If Rodrigo and Aronson and Siracera are your fifth mid, why not hold them? Who else is it? Unless there's someone else out there that's amazing.
Yeah. Well, with all that chat, we're about to have with our picks for this week, there's a few midfielders in there, and we've spoken about some of their names already.
Yeah. And the last hold before we move on?
Last hold is Gross.
Yeah. What do you think about him, Whitey? Hito, what do you think about him?
I think I think that I don't rate him.
Okay. You started the season saying that, so you are man to your word.
But I also like someone tell me how long it's been since you put me on the spot here.
He got an assist 3 weeks ago. So it's
3 weeks ago he got an assist.
Yep.
He's still on 46 points.
That's
he
half
came
of
out
Haaland's.
fucking hot though. In the first 4 weeks, he got 3 goals and 1 assist.
Yeah, he did.
He came out real hot. I even shit talk him too. He's never scored more than like fucking 6 goals or something.
Hang on, look at the fixtures though.
That's why I think he's a hold.
Yeah, so Liverpool, just played Liverpool, played Tottenham. You know, Liverpool, I mean, that was a crazy game. Trossard took all of that shit. But, you know, Tottenham played pretty well defensively. Let's see what these fixtures are doing. So they've got Brentford. Brentford are rated as a 3?
Yeah, this website's fucked.
That's crazy. Look,
That's
they've
another
got,
tip for people. Don't follow the fucking fixture ratings
Just
on the
follow
site.
FPL Draft Boys
Yeah.
with a Z. That's how you get your info.
Look, next fixture is Brentford, Nottingham Forest, and then it's, you know, 2 bad fixtures, but then it goes with City and Chelsea, and then it goes Wolves, Villa, Southampton, Arsenal. I just think like with
Let's go.
only 2 really bad fixtures in there, and they've been such a good team, he's probably a hold. And
5 of 7.
I said I don't like him.
But if he's getting the
Doesn't mean
minutes
he's not a hold.
in a team that scores goals, you gotta hope for the best.
Yeah.
Let's go, Welbs.
Let's go.
With a Z? Dakai Welbs.
Let's move on to our fan questions. Have we?
Let's do it.
I think I got one, but we got a couple from Twitter. You mentioned.
Yeah, we've got a question from Will, our boy who we made a formal apology to last week for
William.
advising him to trade away Firmino for Watkins.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
And we've got to make up to him right now.
We'll do it.
I'm ready. What's the question?
So he wants help with his strikers.
Okay.
So he came to us with 2 questions about specific pickups, but then he's given us some more info to help round this out.
Okay.
First question is, do I drop Vardy for Daka?
Oh, Jesus.
I don't want to be involved in this.
Yeah, why? What? This guy is just like, at some point, he's just going to come to us and be like, you guys always fuck up.
Yeah.
These are hard choices, no doubt, but we
Okay.
are willing to discuss it.
Vardy for Daka. Let's just start with the hard one because I think the second one's not too bad. Look, from form, you would say that Daka is the more appropriate pick. But this comes with a warning. If Vardy gets his Red Bull fridge filled, you are going to regret it.
So what we're saying to Will is call up Red Bull, order a fucking fridge worth of Red Bull, and find out where he lives and send it to him.
It's not a bad shout. I'll be fair. Look, and Vardy is on 24 points. Daka's on 26. You know, Vardy's basically only got assists this season. He's not got a goal yet.
Can I also...
But these next 3 fixtures are very telling. Like Palace home, Leeds home, Wolves away. Leeds haven't been good. Wolves haven't been great. Palace could be tough, but I don't know.
I want to say something because I've just looked at the notes and his other striker is Morpay. And I'm wondering if you can just pick up Daka for Morpay and have them both and then see how it goes.
I was going to say the same thing for the next part of the question, which was dropping Watkins for Solanke. Maybe just drop Watkins. Maybe he's the weakest of those 3. And keep Vardy.
What is the next question?
Well, that is
Drop
the next
Watkins
question.
for Solanke.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, he could just drop Watkins.
So
and
drop
have-
Watkins for Daka, have Daka, Vardy, and Morpay. Because just to round it out, the rest of the next highest total point scoring strikers are Solanke, Adams, Mbeumo, Daka, Awonyi, Ings, Dennis, and Mateta.
Oh, this is perfect. Just get rid of Watkins.
Yeah, like I don't like dropping Vardy. He's too big a name. And yes, this could be the year he doesn't play as well. But he's still getting some assists. If he goes on a tear, it's dangerous. But then if you have Daka as well,
Yeah.
best of both worlds.
You're chilling.
I like that. And then what's the third striker? Solanke
More pay.
or Morpay. We keep.
So they've got Tottenham,
keeping Morpay?
Newcastle, Palace.
I'd get
Fulham.
rid of him.
I'd almost
Who for though?
Well,
because DCL played. this
Maybe
week.
Dennis, because Dennis did play.
maybe, but
And
maybe
scored
try
this
and
week.
pick DCL up because I feel like he's going to play. And I'll let you know that I won the league once when I had Vardy and Kalichi Iniacho in my team. So a double Leicester striker has done it before.
And I
There you
will
go.
say that Calvert-Lewin played 14 minutes
Yeah, but
this whole season
he's
against
come
United.
back from injury.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, but he's starting to be reintroduced. So honestly, that's almost pump worthy.
Maybe for now, it's just drop Watkins for Daka, play Daka and one other striker because he has really strong mids. He has Paqueta, Bruno, Maddo, Anthony, and Sinistera.
Shit,
So you can play 5 mids.
decent.
So I think just do one striker for now.
Okay, well, I'm going to move on to the next question.
Do it.
It's from Instagram from Jose D, longtime fan.
Jose D.
I've already spoken to him about this because he needed a decision like on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'll just hit you guys up. He wanted to know if he should accept this trade. It was Chile and Orba for Trent and Welbs. He's got Trent and Welbs.
Chile and Orba for Trent and Welbs.
What do you guys think?
Oh, that's hard. The hard thing is that I don't know what's happening with Chelsea.
Yeah,
That's true. So Chile, the game before last, before he was rested, he scored.
Yes, he did. I really don't know what's going to happen with Chelsea defense. I have Chile, and I'm kind of asking
You're
all
stressing.
these same questions. I played Chile this week, but sweet. A bit worried about my lineup because there weren't many starters. A lot of injuries, sorry, but he didn't play.
It's a spicy trade because it's basically 2 players who play every week, but not, Welbs isn't the biggest hitter and Trent's not in great form, defensively at least. And then the other 2 have got a few more points than them, but they're not playing every week.
And Chelsea probably have some of the best fixtures for the next 10 game weeks, in my opinion.
They do have a really strong run. Villa, Brentford, United, Brighton, Arsenal, Newcastle, Bournemouth.
I
Yeah.
mean, like just
There's
as a 10.
Majority, there's pretty good strong.
So
I think though you got to factor in the rotation risk for both of those players, like not
do.
just Chile.
Well, I think Orba beats Welbeck, I would
Yep.
say.
Yeah,
me too.
And then Chile playing with most likely to play, but then a bit of rotation, probably stronger than Trent right now.
So you just said Trent has that goal scoring ability.
He does have that in him, but he hasn't done it a lot this season.
And Chile does too.
Chile's done it more this season.
So you would say you would take it?
I think I'd maybe take it.
And Whitey?
Take it.
Yeah. I said
It's Chelsea. I love the Chelsea.
I said
boys.
take it. I said, look, like Chelsea look really good. Trent may have an injury. And Welbs, he's great, but he's not as prolific as Orba can be. So I said, punt, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, look, let's punt away.
Did he take it?
He took it.
Yeah.
He did.
From my knowledge, yeah. He said, all right, sweet, let's go.
Let's see.
What was his name?
Jose D.
Jose D. Mate, please let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
But also privately DM. Don't abuse us publicly on social media.
Yeah.
We don't need that. We just need positive
No,
feedback.
he wouldn't do that. He's a champ.
Love you, Jose D.
Yeah.
Last question.
No.
That's it?
That's it. this
Oh,
week.
two
There
questions
might
this
have been
week.
more, and I do apologize. I just haven't been checking my socials.
No,
this
that's
week.
all good.
Yeah.
That's all good. Well, to be honest, we spent a lot of time on other things, and this last bit is what we need to dive into.
Let's do it.
Top pickups this week. It's a bit different, I think, and there's a big list here. I think maybe we just run through and pick our favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the reason we have such a big list this week is because we always talk about players who've just started showing form or they've just put themselves in the conversation. They've just done something or they've just got that second goal or assist that brings them into the kind of limelight. They haven't quite hit massive, obvious pickup vibes yet. So a few things to call out. First one, Ashley Young.
Yeah, okay.
Bit of an outside pick, but he had a really good game this week. Scored an absolute cracker of a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Got the clean sheet as well. Not the clean sheet. What am I thinking about? Oh, no, got the bones. Sorry. Got the bones. But then the 2 weeks before that, they had clean sheets.
And
So-
outside pickups is what this section is all about. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're trying to think about players that aren't available, that aren't owned, that
Yeah.
you can possibly pick up in your leagues.
And he might be owned based on the form I'm seeing here. If people are paying attention with what I like, 5 points, those 2 clean sheets, and this goal this week, I wouldn't be surprised if he was already owned. But he almost to me is a stop.
Yeah, stop sleeping.
Stop sleeping. Not necessarily pick up this point, but like here's a pickup.
He's just, I think that's fair. Chelsea's going to be hard this week, but then Fulham, Brentford, Newcastle's not too bad.
And they are defending well. So
So, I mean, this next person could be a stop as well if you talk about it. So, Billing, he's been quite consistent.
Yeah, he's definitely like floating or flirting with the stop.
Yeah,
He's a player that people would have been very hesitant to take a punt on.
he's on 38 points.
3 goals in 4 games.
It's pretty good.
And then the fixtures of what calling out to me: Fulham, Southampton. Like
Wow.
that's a nice little pocket of
It's a
fixtures.
good time.
Bit
Even West
harder.
Ham.
Yeah, even West Ham. That's true. Spurs will be tricky, but then Everton and Leeds too. So it's probably 4 out of 6 that are decent-ish,
I
and they're
like
scoring goals.
Yeah, I like him. Okay, let's put him down. I'm highlighting Billing. Next one. Guimaraes.
Bruno.
The
Bruno.
name. The man with the name.
Yeah, we spoke about him. It's just that one fixture form that's just popped up where we like to say, get your attention on them, have a little look, compare.
And Newcastle.
And
9
Newcastle.
goals, 2 games.
They're
What are
getting
you
goals.
doing?
And he's getting forward. That's the thing. Like, and he is, he's on, like, he got 15 points from that game. That's like basically most of his haul. He started the season with nothing, got injured. This is kind of him returning to form. But if you look, oh, damn it. I was trying to look up his history from last season, but of course, fantasy draft doesn't let you fucking do that. Give me a second.
I think that he only came in January last year from memory, wasn't it? Is that just me or am I thinking about someone else?
I don't think it was Jan. I think he was one of the first signings of the new
Yeah, but that was in
regime.
Jan.
Regime.
But they just celebrated a year
Oh.
of ownership.
Yeah,
So-
but they bought.
But then
Yeah,
I
if
think
they-
they bought halfway through, I believe. Because I think everyone was talking about that first window. Look, correct me if I'm
I don't
wrong.
know. I don't
but
remember,
I think
to be
that
honest.
he came in mid-season,
He could have, yeah.
and that's why he wasn't kind of a
I'm
thing
looking-
at the start of last year.
So last season he got 67 points, 5 goals scored, 1 assist. I mean, 1,031 minutes played. I believe he got signed halfway through. The
Yeah,
season.
no, I know it.
Okay.
It really stands out to me.
So halfway through the season, 67 points. You double that. That's kind of getting to the 130 point range in his first season. Not saying he would double that, but still,
Yeah.
at a guess. He's capable of getting forward and scoring goals in a team that is scoring a lot of goals at the moment. I
Gotta be
like
up
him.
there.
I like him. I drafted him.
You did.
I drafted him. I thought, he was going to get forward. I thought it was going to be a bit of a JWP situation. Like, not that he was on free kicks, but,
Does he play
might
golf?
score- yeah, maybe. Anyway, but I like him.
Let's talk about Iwobi.
Yeah, not a name that we like to talk about.
No,
When it
he
comes to
hasn't
fantasy.
been, amazing.
But we've got to talk about this form.
yeah, 3
It's
assists,
crazy.
1 goal in 4 or 5 games.
3 assists and 1 goal in the last 5 games.
Yeah, okay, and that's something to
So-
talk about.
It is something to talk about.
Everton didn't start the season well, but they have been looking better in recent weeks.
And they've got 2 bad fixtures, but then they've got a run of kind of green 2s, which, as we say, is not always great. They got Crystal Palace at home, Fulham, Leicester, Bournemouth, Wolves. So it's a good little run there before the World Cup. But they do still have to tackle Spurs and Newcastle first.
You're right.
So I don't know.
He kind of looks like the shining light in Everton right now from an FPL perspective.
Definitely. Yeah. And
Yeah.
we'll have to see what DCL does. Look, if you're in a deep league, I feel like it's definitely worth a punt. Maybe after these next 2 games.
And you just got to take that form.
Yeah,
I don't think you can wait.
Yeah.
probably not. Hey, the next 2 I want to actually wrap up together, which is Edouard and Eze.
Yeah.
I think Palace, they've got a great run of fixtures from memory, and they look good.
They do have a really good run of fixtures. Leicester, Wolves, Everton, Southampton.
Yeah. I
Really
mean,
strong run.
look, Eze is their second highest scorer this season. Look, it's 34 points, and there was really only 2 weeks where he's done something. 3 weeks. He's got 2 assists.
Yeah.
And he got, obviously, the goal this week.
But he looks so good.
But I think now he's coming into that fitness because he did have a long time out.
Last year, yeah. But he's on free kicks and he's on a couple of corners as well. And guys, I really rate this guy.
He looks nailed. To me, he's like gone in most leagues.
Yeah.
Like he's
He
a
should
pickup,
be.
but like, yeah, I think he's gone in most leagues. If you've got a Palace fan in your league, he's gone.
Yeah. But Edouard, I feel like he could be available.
I think he would be.
Yeah.
Especially
Maybe
in
it's a
like
shut
8
up
now.
for Will if Edward's free.
Back
He didn't
to
show in his
back starts,
What's Edward's
returns
points?
in both.
23.
A goal in each game.
And he killed it at Celtic from memory. Like he
did.
came from Celtic and scored a lot of goals.
We were
absolutely
excited
killed
about
it.
him when he came.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, he's a great striker. And then he never really.
Because he scored a brace his first. No, he scored a hattie the first game he played.
Yeah,
remember?
I know. That was crazy. But they also signed, obviously,
Mateta.
Mateta, and
yeah.
like there was a bit of competition there. But if Edouard nails his spot in this run of fixtures and keeps that form going, I mean, this for me is like one of those ones you just got to go.
Yeah.
Like you've got to take that pickup. I mean, not you guys specifically.
Well, mate, you need a striker.
Basically, no one in my league
Yeah.
should pick up Edouard.
No.
That's terrible advice. But yeah, if you're topping your league, you should pick up Edouard.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You could borderline even bring in AU into the conversation. My fantasy side has just died a bit, but I'm pretty sure that AU hasn't been that bad this year. Can you help me?
He got an assist 2 weeks ago. That's all he's done.
Is
That's
that
all
it?
he's done.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
But he's
I think he
playing
just
most
looked good
games.
this game.
Yeah, he had a few chances this
He
Yeah.
game.
just looks like AU, dude. He looks like he
Yeah.
looks every year.
Yeah, like he
okay.
should still be at Swansea. That's what he looks like.
exactly.
But let's round it out with, okay, pick your, I don't know, top midfielder and your top striker from all these names we've thrown out there.
wait,
Who
can
would
I-
be your first go-to
I'm gonna
name?
throw one more Palace.
Okay, do it.
Elise.
Elise.
Now, he looked good against Chelsea. He got his first 90 minutes of the season against Chelsea, backed it up with another start against Leeds, and got an assist. Now, this is a very pre-pickup. But if this run for Palace is as prolific as it could be, I don't know if we're overhyping it.
No, that's
But-
good.
Elise could be someone to get in on early, especially in fucking big leagues.
Dude, especially when last pod we shouted out Chalabar as a pre-pickup.
Yeah,
And look what
He
happened.
ended up coming in.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. I know there was an injury that might have helped him out.
Yeah, but that's
But the Draft Boys
Malstradamus.
said it first.
Malstradamus.
So I'm vibing this Elise pickup
Oh,
because
he's doing the hand gestures again, people.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
coming. It's
Yeah.
coming.
Dude, the Drogba celebration.
Well, from all these names we've thrown out, boys, let's give the people some direction. Just give us like your guide of like, if you had that midfield spot, who are you going from all these people we've thrown out?
Wait, there's more people though.
Oh, there's so many.
we haven't mentioned Pulisic.
We haven't talked about Pulisic and
okay.
Paqueta.
But we've
Okay.
mentioned him, but Paqueta, we haven't talked about him.
Yep.
We haven't mentioned him in the pod. Paqueta.
Paqueta. Okay.
I'm actually not.
What's he
as
doing?
Privy. Like, what? Can you talk to me about this?
We came in with a lot of.
I didn't put this name in.
A lot of hype.
Mm.
And
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
and he's got his first assist this week.
Ooh.
And obviously took the bones, 3 bones.
We love Bones.
So
He must be doing
now
something.
that West Ham are getting a little bit of form,
Mm.
he's started 4 of the last 5 games, which is since he joined,
Yeah, to be
and
fair,
kind of
yeah.
came to the team.
in
Like,
the first 4 starts, you're not necessarily expecting
No.
people to get lots of returns.
and I think it's that early sign of like some involvement. The bones speak volumes, and the fact they've got Southampton next.
oh god,
They do though.
the bones speak
Yeah.
volumes.
And Southampton, Liverpool, and Bournemouth. That's like a nice.
Why is Liverpool a 5?
Mate,
They're bottom of the
should be a
league.
3.
There should be a 2.
All right.
Yeah, look, I like Paqueta as a pickup, but again, I just think that like in a lot of leagues he's gone.
He could be. People might have gone early on him, got frustrated with the blank couple of weeks,
Yeah.
looked at someone else. I think we just got to put it in there.
Well, Mitch Hackett won't let go of him.
No, he won't. Yeah, but he still holds an Everton defender in his team, so who knows what the fuck he's doing.
What? Everton were doing great.
Oh, were they?
Dude, they were like they got like 2 clean sheets.
All right. I'll
Okay.
give you my top 2 from this list,
I think
and
they're
I'd
the
just
best defense in the
go.
league. They've
Pulisic?
conceded the least goals.
I'd go Pulisic and Edward for me from this list.
But Edward's not a midfielder. I thought we were
No,
just talking
one from each position.
Oh, one from each.
Like give the people some guidance.
Give the people what they want.
And while we got dead air while he's thinking, because he takes a while, we didn't mention Doherty.
Yeah. Just for the next 2 games whilst Emerson Royale is suspended.
Mhm.
He played this week.
Yeah.
Very short-term pickup potential.
Yeah. That's one to watch.
Sorry, I had to remind myself of Everton's fixtures.
All right. Hado, what are your top 2 while Whitey's sorting himself out?
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about Pooley just for the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually preferring Billing's a bit hard, but because he's probably already gone. But Billing if he's free.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like Iwobi,
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to go
and
Iwobi.
Edouard is my striker
Okay.
pick right now.
Yeah, I'm the same. Iwobi, Edward.
Right. Okay. Well, you heard it here first.
But I like Billing as a backup, and I like Bruno Guimaraes as backup to that, and I like Easy as backup to that, and then Paqueta as a backup. To
Oh my God.
Oh,
Make
love
up
the
your
order.
fucking mind, huh?
I'm on the
That was
fence.
1 to 5,
I'm on it.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was in order.
Yeah, it was, but it wasn't a good order.
That's how
Don't
you'd,
pay attention
that's
to that.
how you'd set your
That's how-
waivers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
You are a good waiver player, even though you picked up nothing this week.
I tried. No, I did pick up a player this week. We didn't even talk about it.
Who was it?
March.
Oh,
Solly.
God.
Solly March.
Tell us. Talk us
Okay,
through
hang
it.
on. Just let me get
Justify
the
this.
stats up. Just fucking wait. Okay. Now,
Yeah, I was very thrown
look,
off.
Brighton on fire for starters. Like,
Yep.
They look great. They fucking scored heaps of goals. Then I was listening to like a bit of punditry saying that actually he is getting quite forward in this attacking Brighton team.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, it could be a little spicy punt. And when you look at what he's done this season, you know, when I picked him up, obviously did nothing. He blanked last week, but there were 2 assists in a row against Leicester and Liverpool. He got another assist earlier in the season. So I don't know. It was just like a little outsider. I was like, maybe he just keeps going. And I'm not sure I'm ready to drop him,
No.
but also I might be ready to drop him with some of those names that we thought. So now you know where I'm at. I think that was a good way to wrap it up.
I think we're out.
I love it.
We're done for another week.
Boys, an hour of very good times.
Yep.
And yeah, look, again, reach out always. FPL Draft Boys on Insta and Twitter. We love hearing from you.
Peace.